So we were talking about the Joe Rogan clip where he was like interviewing the firefighter, and basically the firefighter was like, the way California's set up, if the right wind hits with the right temperature, it can really cause some like serious destruction. And then shortly after, that's exactly what happened. So I was just kind of curious, like, on what your thoughts about it, and then because we had this crazy fire, I know it lit up a lot of the bushes that were the potential to create these massive fires. Like, where do we stand now that this has happened?
It was inevitable. It's going to happen based on topography, the droughts, the amount of dry bush we have, dry forests. And
Marco,
weather.
what's topography?
Topography.
Because I don't know what that means. I mean, I've heard it, obviously, especially this month. If we can pull up the definition, but what does that
like
really
the
mean?
terrain, I guess,
Yeah.
like the layout of.
Bro, you know more than me, dude. I heard it online and I was like, I'm gonna use that word.
You're like, Trent, write that down. Write that down.
Okay, the arrangement of the natural and artificial physical features of an area.
Yeah,
Got
it's
it.
the terrain. Yeah.
Okay.
Terrain, topography. Topography is just a little
More technical term.
more like pinkies.
Yeah.
Got it.
Topography.
Got it.
Topography.
Topography.
The way that the winds push, against the mountains or down a ravine or up a ravine.
Yeah.
And we got to remember that fire is natural, right? And that's the reason that these fires are getting a lot bigger is because we prevent them for such a long time, right? And we do that because there's people with a lot of money living in the hills and this kind of topography where fire just naturally happens, right?
Yeah.
In clear forest. Fires are supposed to happen because new life is supposed to be created off of ashes and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's just the way that nature kind of resets itself.
So
Right?
in some cases, the fire is good and helpful.
Fire is good and helpful, except for when it destroys property, and costs people a lot of money and lives, obviously. All I can say for that is that we're living with a new reality. It's not really a new reality, but it's just the way of life in California.
Yeah.
These aren't. I'm not saying they're not gonna get any better, but I think that we could be better prepared. And this fire sheds a big light on this new issue, on this new reality, which isn't really new, but it's new now because there was a lot of media covering this, right?
Yeah.
So it's
It became hyper aware.
Yeah. So obviously, social media, they tend to kind of have their own conspiracy theories about why this fire happened. I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos. Do you feel like there's some sense of truth to like the videos that speak upon, this was kind of caused on purpose because they want to build Smart LA 2.0 or something like that? I'm sure you saw videos like that. Somebody like yourself who fights the fires, what do you think about when you see videos like that? Because obviously you're a regular guy like Josh and myself.
Yeah.
Just way more manlier.
Facts.
Oh yeah, right, man. I wish I could grow a beard, bro.
Shit, me
I
too.
think that's manly.
No, you ever rock the stash? You've done
Dude,
the stash.
I can't.
No?
I mean, I've tried.
Have you tried caca de mosca? Have you heard about that one?
Oh, what's that?
Supposedly to grow your beard, you like squish you have to like trap one first, like a fly.
And then get the
And then you
breasts?
squeeze the like Denise is on because she knows it's true. And you gotta squeeze like the butt and get the poop, and then you like rub it around your.
I heard baby shit, like caca de bebé.
What?
Wow.
From the diaper, like I heard that.
Really?
Bro,
I don't know if they're
why
playing the
I believe
trick.
this shit. I'm like, this has to work. It probably
Well, I
works.
mean, whoever said it had to try
Right,
it
and
in
they're
the
like,
beginning.
shit, it works.
They're like, oh shit, I have a beard now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know about like baby poop, but try maybe fly poop first.
Fly poop.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you think about it, right? Babies, like they're brand new, like all these nutrients coming out.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Conspiracy
Like
theories.
vampires, they like baby's blood. That's
They
like
do?
their dessert. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. So I forgot what I was even. Oh yeah.
Oh,
What do you
conspiracy.
feel like when you see videos like that? Is it like kind of like? Is it like, haha, that's funny? Do you actually kind of, maybe, or are you kind of like, man? Do you almost feel offended?
The kind of person I am, I just laugh about it, unless I get like really deep into it. I'm like, oh wait. Then I
This makes sense.
start playing tricks with myself.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it does make sense. No, I laugh about it. Like because who knows, right?
No, really.
There's someone,
Who knows, man?
yeah, someone a lot smarter. If it is happening, someone a lot smarter than
Yeah.
us, they're planning it.
There's videos online, and maybe you can kind of stump this question, but a lot of people, when something like that happens, a lot of people post online of actual firefighters lighting up huge areas of landscape and burning it on fire. And then they use those videos to say, oh, the firefighters are the ones actually like burning it
Causing
down.
more fire.
Why is it that firefighters burn areas like that down? They have like a huge torch. They're just, sometimes they even do it by plane. They light places on fire. Why do they do that?
That's what we call fighting fire with fire. So
Makes sense.
Yeah. So there's a fire blowing, it's ripping through, right? And you know the direction it's going. It's the head of the fire, right? We call it the head of the fire. So if we burn off, if we do a controlled burn in front of the fire, the theory behind that is to stop the bigger fire
From moving in that direction.
Stop that momentum of the bigger fire.
Wow, and it does, and it actually does work.
Yeah, it
Wow.
does. So those are all tactics that
Really?
So you create a barrier with fire.
yeah. So we make sure we create a barrier with fire. So we're burning off all that fuel, right? That fire tetrahedron, right? Oxygen, fuel, and a combustion source. So we take away the fuel, and if it has nothing else left to burn, one of those elements in that triangle, essentially we cut it off, and then the fire stops.
Wow.
Right. So yeah, we do fight fire with fire and backfiring ops, firing ops, whatever you want to call it. It's a good way. I mean, but we prepare for it, right? Depending, and then it's a tactic. We prepare for it. It's a controlled burn, right? So we cut line around that fire, right, making sure that it doesn't slop over, and then just create a bigger fire. So it's not just something where we're like, hey, let's just put fire right
See
here.
what happens.
Like, hey, smoke eaters.
Yeah.
All right, no. So
It's tactical.
It's all tactics.
And who's making the calls to do something like that? Is it like the chief?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, that's a
governor.
lot. Yeah.
The governor. The fire marshal of California, right? The head honchos, man. I don't even know who these guys are. I don't even know if they're real.
Wow.
Probably real. These guys make a lot more money than me. That's for sure.
Making these crazy orders.
Yeah, but it's usually boots on the ground. You know, chiefs that are experienced. You know, have years and years of experience. You know, it's the wildland guys. I do it seasonally. The wildland stuff. I love it. But there are guys that dedicate their lives to wildland fire.
Wow.
Yeah. So shout out to all those guys. Shout out to the fire service. You know, Cal Fire. Those are the guys that are, out there, that dedicate their lives to find wildland fires in California.
Dude, what's your story? Like, how did you get into firefighter? You said that you wanted to do this since you was a kid, right? Like, you kind of mentioned that. So,
So
who is Marco, the firefighter?
who is Marco?
More than just a firefighter.
Well, yeah. Well, my name is Marco. And,
Yeah.
all right.
And by the way, follow Marco on Instagram as well. He posts nothing but firefighter content, which is
Nothing
amazing.
but fire content.
Hey, you talk about fire content?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, so I was 5 years old, and I'll never forget this day. Me and my little sister, we were playing with my Hot Wheels, right? And she had her Barbies there, so we were kind of like playing. But I remember she was sick. She had a little terry towel on her head. And, when cuando tienes calentura, your
cool you
parents would
down.
Wet
Wet towel.
Wet towel, just try to cool your core temperature and all that. So I remember telling my sister, I was like, hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the Hot Wheels because we needed more toys. I don't know why. But, like I'm playing with my
You
little
always need
sister.
more toys.
Yeah, you always need more toys. And, just big brother, acompañando my sister, keeping her entertained while she feels like crap. So I was like, all right, I'll be back. Count 3, 2, 1. I'm running through the hallway. Run through the kitchen. It's dark. I'm scared of the dark. I am scared of the dark, by the way.
Same.
Run through it, grab the bag of toys, run back, dump all the toys on the bed. I'm ready. And then I look at her, and my sister's like freaking, she's seizing. Right?
Damn.
At the time, I didn't know what it was. She's like, like fucking, her eyes were on the back of her head. So I'm like, Ma. She's like, amiga. And then, next thing you know, like there's these people in my house. They put her on a stretcher. They rolled her out. Like I remember having one calcetin, bro. You know, the calcetins that you get from like the swap meet.
Yeah.
They were hella high. De la pulga.
Sock check, fool.
So sock check. Yeah, dude. Sheesh. I was a dumbass fool. So yeah, like they wheeled her out. I remember seeing the strobes and they're putting her in an ambulance, and I'm just like worried, you know, she's my little sister, and you know, you guys know how we are. We grow up protecting our little sisters,
Yeah.
and our little siblings, and so out of nowhere, this like freaking tall ass dude just comes out and taps me in the head and says, "Your sister's gonna be okay." And then ever since then, like that's the first ever like experience with the fire service I ever had.
Wow.
I was like, I knew then and there that I wanted to do that for someone someday, whether it's a kid or an older person or anybody, whoever it was, I wanted to make their shitty day go away.
Gracias y nos vemos en la próxima plática.
Hit a clip. Hit this one right here. You know what? No, hit this one. I changed my mind. Hit this one.